per year in the world of these machines.
Yeah.
30,000 approximately is in Europe, and the rest is in North America. Canada and US are equally big.
And the business model feeds in a little bit to how you even constructed this vehicle, because you've had a circular approach.
So this is what you see. Some fleets will be hybrid, but like ski resorts, they will be 100% electric.
Yeah.
You don't need it.
Oh, Christian of Vidde, great to have you on the Big Green Show.
Oh, it's in English.
It's in English. We say everything in English.
All right,
Yeah.
let's do it. Thank you.
Yeah.
So nice to be here.
Yeah. I thought about maybe calling it bald guys in front of a brick wall.
Yeah.
But maybe we'll keep it as the Big Green Show.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that for this time.
Yeah. So tell me, what does Vidde do?
Vidde is a company, and first of all, Vidde, the name, is when you come up to a mountain plateau. You're in a winter landscape and you are moving above the tree line, and you're moving into a huge area where you can see far. That is a Vidde in Norwegian.
Okay.
And when you start a Swedish company, all the names are taken. Then you bring in a Norwegian beautiful name.
You stole the name from the Norwegians.
I'm half Norwegian.
Yeah, okay. So you're allowed.
I'm allowed.
Yeah.
So that is a Vidde. So mountain plateau, and it's supposed to address like the experience of getting up there and getting into the mode when you're like part of nature.
Yeah.
And for a Norwegian guy, Vidde is really something you have been brought up with. A Vidde. Right. That is like, yes. Everybody knows what that means. It's calm, it's harmony in some way.
So how did you get into this space? How come you decided to do this?
This is really, my background is both an engineer and an economist. I've been working as an engineer on the Swedish submarines. So I know quite advanced vehicles from there. I always had like a passion for vehicles of a general sort. And then I've been running like marketing agency for many, many years, a Nordic one. And you know, you come to a point where you're like, you have sold out, you're like, what is my next venture here?
Yeah.
And I could see that we were up in the north, me and Hjalda, that's my co-founder, and we were out there testing snowmobiles with a friend. And we really found that the experience was not that interesting. It was very noisy.
Yeah.
And you're there to experience nature, but you really get the
You only hear the snowmobile noise.
You only hear the
when you're on these safaris. I've had the same experience. Yeah.
For hours and hours, and you look only at the front light.
It's rough.
Yeah, but it's
not supposed to be.
It's not supposed to be, and also that you need to have special clothing. That was the first thing. You need to have special clothing because there's so much pollution and so much exhaust. So your clothes will be damaged when you get back.
Right.
You need to wear our overalls.
Right.
And I was like, is this 2021? I think it was. I really felt that this was out of line with the rest of the vehicle industry. And so that brought an idea to the table. Is this something we could do? And we're quite good at EVs in Sweden. I got in. I had it like, you know, you have ideas in the back of your head and you have them for some time. I stumbled over the EV professor of Sweden, who was at Chalmers, and I asked him, why is no one taking care of these snowmobiles? What's up with that? Why can't they go EV? Because technically this is a vehicle that is really suitable for going electric. Yeah, it's quite light, 300 kilos. It's more or less like a motorcycle, and they are some of the best vehicles to go electric with.
And it's really an environment where we would appreciate the silence. And,
yes, it's so natural that it would go electric. So I asked him, what do you think? Is this something? Why has this not started to get electric? And he was like, sometimes that just happens. There's pockets in the market for reasons, and there's no real hindering for this to become electric as well. So he said,
go for it.
I can help. He said, like, I can help you out to get in touch with the best people in Sweden for both production, development of these vehicles, and also like reference points if you would like to give it a shot and make a pre-study and see if this is something you could be into. And we were like, we thought about it and we said, please,
cool.
get us in touch. We started with like a pre-study, and we saw that there's one other company in the world that makes these types of vehicles, or was at the point. They didn't have anything ready, and so we thought, okay, we need to be super speedy here. We need to speed this up, because this is such an obvious place to go electric. So we need to be super speedy. And now, 4 years later, or when we're here now, it's still the same company that has.
Right.
Yeah. So nothing has happened. Really.
Nothing has broken through yet.
No.
No.
And we have and our machine is close to getting launched now.
Yeah. I mean, it looks lovely. Design has obviously been an important part from day one.
Yes.
How did you think about that?
This is a strategic choice.
Yeah.
It is. We know that I've been working in marketing, so I know that when we launch products, you know that 80% of the preference for a product comes from how it looks for people, at least the first impression.
Yeah.
And in order to break through, you really need to have something that looks nice. Then people get interested, and then they move into that sector. And we could have like talked about this is the best for tourism, this is the best for whatever, but these are niche markets. Design is a global market, and we see that when we have launched the design here, which we made together with Pininfarina, which is like the legendary vehicle designers of the world, maybe known for like Ferrari, Testarossa, and those guys. A privilege to work with them. Then we saw we had spread all over the world. So we have had articles in Japan and all kinds of places. Just because design is a universal language of the world. Yeah. So this was partly to get the vehicle right, partly to
get eyeballs.
To get eyeballs, actually.
Yeah, get it.
Yeah.
And then the driving experience. I haven't driven. I wish we could have driven it as part of this. But
next time.
Yeah, next time.
Mm-hmm.
What's the experience like? Is it a big difference?
It is a big difference. The difference comes in the people that drive these vehicles normally. I would say what they really think is a big difference is the way you control an electric vehicle.
Yeah.
So normally you have these planetary gear, it's called, meaning that you need to rev up to a certain rev, and then that gear hits in. Yeah. Meaning that when you're going slowly on a regular snowmobile, you do like this. Right. That's the normal way of like moving it centimeter by centimeter. What you do here is that you just push the lever until you feel that it starts to move in complete silence. And people get blown away by that experience. I can imagine, And the other thing is when you're like 100 meters away, I stood beside people that have been looking at the Vidde machines going past, and I can see that they have a challenge because they see the machine, but there's no noise.
There's no noise.
And they're like,
when will the noise travel to me? Yeah.
So it's really,
and we're not used to seeing these in silence. You're used to hearing the noise when it comes up the slope.
Yes. And you hear them before you see them. Yeah. And in this case, it really puzzles them. So that's quite interesting because there's a conflict going on in these ski resorts and everywhere, that these machines actually pollute for everybody else, in terms of pollution and in terms of noise. And also people working on machines like 8 hours a day, it's a work environment that is quite tough. So
that brings us actually to how you sell them.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about that. Who is the customer? Who is potentially buying all these?
We saw early on that the market is like, it's 130,000 units per year in the world of these machines. Yeah. 30,000 approximately is in Europe, and the rest is in North America. Canada and US are equally big. Yeah. And what we saw was that this it's also 30% of the whole market is B2B. Right. And the stable partner that is transitioning from petrol to electric is the B2B.
The operators of these slopes, you could say.
So it'll be ski destinations, tourist destinations, power companies, forestry companies, all of these, they have requirements that they need to go fossil free. Short term, some ski resorts in Sweden have a contract where they need to go fossil free by 27, which is now, more or less. Tomorrow, and then like the big power companies, they say we don't have any fossil vehicles after 2030.
Yeah.
So we saw that the bulk shifting will be in the B2B sector, and then the others will come after.
Right. Yeah.
So therefore, we are targeting these types of customers in the Nordics first, because
we work together with SkiStar, for example, in testing it already.
Exactly, SkiStar. We've been working with Isotel, Skellefteå Kraft, just to get representatives for the different types of use, and then we build a machine that can fit their use.
Yeah. So what is their use? What's important for them?
They're a bit different in the requirements, the different types. But if you take a ski resort, they need to pull sleds to get up the mountain with stuff.
Right.
They need to transport people. They need to be able to go up and down all day, meaning that the regeneration is important for them. Right. So you charge back the battery when you go down. Yeah. They have no challenges with electricity. There's plenty. Right. They don't drive as far as these machines are set in one day, meaning that it's very easy for them to just use it and then plug it in overnight.
Get it.
So
they want a workhorse.
They want workhorses. So it's quite easy. The tourist companies, they drive more or less the same slopes every day with new tourists. Yeah. That's the absolutely most easy use case we have. Then you would say the power companies, what we see there is that they have like two situations. One where you have emergency, and you don't know how long time you will stay out, maybe 2 days to fix everything. Right. Yeah. And then you have regular maintenance. Maintenance can be done with electric machines. You just plan ahead and like, okay, we're going to this dam and reading this stuff and checking these power lines and whatever. But then, but they need still some super long range machines where you can fill a whole sled with petrol and stay out for days. So what they will go for is hybrid fleets. Right. Like 20% maybe is still fossil because of technology. And then 80% can go electric instantly. So this is what you see. Some fleets will be hybrid, but like ski resorts, they will be 100% electric. You don't need anything else.
And right now you sell it piece by piece, you charge them, you sell it to them, or are they able to lease it from you as well? So
today we have both solutions. So they can purchase it, of course, that's easy. Then we have Siemens Finance coming in to take care of all the leasings. So they are leasing it out. And the cool thing, we are also looking into a rental model. We'll come a bit later and take it step by step. But the rental model will be very interesting for instance, tourist destinations. They have a very unregular business. During winter, lots of income. During summer, not. And they need to have the uptime. So if they could pay per kilometer they use the machine, that would be a dream. An income and a cost, and you just match them and go ahead. So that would be a good business model for everybody when we get to that point.
And the business model feeds in a little bit to how you even constructed this vehicle, because you've had a circular approach. Thinking from the start, so it's actually meant to last, so to say.
It's meant to last. And this is interesting from a perspective there's a requirement for a circular business that makes it easier, and that is if the vehicle doesn't last long. So a car that is made to last very long, it's hard to put a circular business model on that.
Right.
But if these machines, they're used by professionals for 3 years, then they're handed back, and then they're more or less spent.
Right.
15,000 kilometers could be like the total range of a machine, and a ski resort maybe drive 5,000 every year. Meaning that in 3 years,
you run through them.
You run through them, and you run through them both on the engine side and on the chassis side. But in this case, the electric case, you run through it on the chassis side, but you don't run through it on the drivetrain side.
Right.
battery, motors, inverters, chargers, and these kinds of...
Lasts way longer.
It lasts way longer. So what we have is a situation where we have machines are rented out and handed back in 3 years. The customer see that this is spent.
Yeah.
We take it back. We have designed it so that we can take out the battery and these other components, and we can refurbish them, put them back, meaning that the second time out, these machines perform the same, but the cost of producing them is so much lower. For us, it's like half the cost of the whole machine is connected to the drivetrain.
Yeah, I get it.
So then we get the next one around is half cost for us to produce, meaning that the business model just evolves and gets better and better for every time. I would say, to give you a nuance, electric motor that could last 10, 15 runs out. It will not wear.
Right.
But like the battery, we are looking into 2, 3, 4 times, something like that on the present. So, but we don't we don't calculate it way. We say 2 times. That's in the calculations. That's in the books. But and the rest is plus.
Cool. Get it. What challenges have there been in actually getting this to work, so to say? What are the challenges in getting a good price point and getting it to work in the mountains with the conditions there? You have to go up, you have to have the cold. What have been the main challenges in building it so far?
From an internal point of view, I would say that the challenge is that we don't have stuff in the same place. So we have been working with different parts of Sweden to prepare different parts of the vehicle, and different parts of the organization. Meaning, I'm working out of Stockholm here. We are sitting at Norrsken, which is one of our investors as well. And so I work in this environment. We have test tracks up in the north, which is like 12 hours by train. Then we have had production down in Småland, where you have the automotive production for Sweden in general. And that is 4 hours south. Then we have had in Trollhättan, the old Saab Mecca, we have had developers of software, because it's a software first vehicle. So if everybody had been in the same place all the time, the process would have been, the feedback loop would have been shorter. So this has been a challenge all the way to get this done, but I think we could not have done it in any other way.
No.
This is how it is. But it definitely, that has been a challenge to keep everybody together and understand everything. We source components from maybe south of Europe, and like when it
you kept it lean, but you also then have contractors in many different places. Because you're not going to manufacture this yourselves.
No. We have all the time had a vision of having this at external parties. We know that the OPEX to build our own factory, and also the knowledge needed in order to like get everything done really, and get a smooth flow of components. It's a big thing. This is
we've seen a number of high-profile projects fail in getting electric.
And that is because it's bigger, it's real. You need one piece needs to be in the right place at all times, or else it won't work. So many I think wrongly think that the mounting itself is a challenge, to mount the machine. They say produce the machine, but that is not a challenge. We know at this point we are at a certain amount of hours to mount one machine. We have instructions for that, and we know that we will shrink this over time. The challenge is to have all components in the same place, ready to be mounted at once. Because you have like 250 components, and if they're sourced right and they're on shelf and they're tested, the mounting is no challenge.
Get it.
So sourcing is the challenge, and I think people go wrong there. They think that we need a big factory. No, you need a sourcing team that is extremely good.
Will you have that, or will you rely on?
This is part of the production. So it's in the production facility. It's more or less so that we say, okay, we would like to order 15 machines. We have contracts on 15 machines. We say that to the bank, here's another 15 machines. We get the money.
Yeah.
We give it to the factory and say, source and mount.
Yeah.
And then this is a flow that keeps going.
Yeah.
So they need to be in control over the sourcing in order to have everything ready for the mounting point. Right?
And you pre-sell those 15 basically before
They're
you...
pre-sold, yes. So we will only pre-sell. And that's also an advantage here. We are not, the fluctuations in like seasonality and stuff, it's not considered by us. It's considered by the production partner.
Yeah.
So we can really, we have a buffer zone there.
Yeah.
And then our job will be to maintain the software, to make it super good, to develop the machine over time so it stays like super relevant and during. Durability is high and like the downtime is low, and service in the market.
Let's talk quickly about also material choices and software.
Mm-hmm.
What material? You have used some innovative materials as well, right?
Yeah, but we have over time had to go back on some of them because we started off very like environmental friendly stuff.
Yeah.
We see that it drives a lot of cost.
Yeah.
It drives development time.
Right.
And also availability on shelf.
Yeah.
So we have had to go back on some in order to say, okay, we start off with a machine that makes a proper job.
Yeah.
And we know that the biggest environmental thing we can do is to go on the circular.
Yeah.
Because then 70% of the CO2 in the whole machine, when you look at the whole life cycle of the machine, is connected to this drivetrain, meaning if we look at it from a market perspective, a fossil machine is 100% CO2, an electric machine is 50 because you reduce your driving CO2. This machine, because we can reuse the drivetrain, boils down to like 15%.
Yeah.
So
you can make a huge dent by turning it circular as well.
Yes. So therefore the materials, they are maybe 5% or something.
Yeah.
Meaning it's a huge effort, but what we are doing is really what moves the needle here.
Yeah.
But we will over time, of course, look into more and more innovative materials and make it, that's natural because that's part of the vision. But we are actually doing the biggest thing, and that is reusing the already produced
That's where you make
stuff.
the biggest impact.
Yes.
And in terms of people, I mean, you're a lean team. You're basically a founding duo. We miss Yalda, we should say, right?
Yeah.
We should have had her here, but she couldn't make it today. So you and Yalda are basically, in a way, you're a duo, even though you're the CEO.
Yes, but we also knew from start that we like to work together. We have been working together in different settings and known each other for 15, 16 years now, back from university days. Meaning we already knew that will be an important part.
Yeah.
And then okay, we take on this snowmobile task. No one of us is snowmobilers by heart, but we love the challenge and to run the business and to get it up and make a difference. So it could have been another type of vehicle, or it could be another type of product, but we know that we work very well together.
Yeah. You would actually have tested these vehicles together with quite big customers, right?
Yeah.
Who would have then ordered smaller samples at first to try them out.
So we had like 300 pre-orders something, but a pre-order is a pre-order. Now we are turning this one into real orders. Yeah. So we have set a number of real orders that we're working towards now. Yeah. And we see that if we take the biggest snowmobile user in the Nordics, I would say, it would be SkiStar. Yeah. They have like 250 units, something like that. Okay. And so they take some machines now to test out in different resorts, and they already know that they will go electric on all their machines very shortly, as soon as they know that they have what they need. Yeah. And then that will lock up the bigger volumes for us. So right now we are getting orders from ski resorts, power companies, we have tourist companies in, and then they test, and then they unlock the bigger volumes.
Every winter is an exciting season for you.
Oh, there's so much happening.
You must be glad it's soon proper summer.
Yeah.
I forgot to ask you how much you actually. What's the price of it today? Let's say I go in and push the button on your website. What's the?
As a private person, you can actually not do it.
You can't even do it today.
But because we will start to deliver to the B2Bs, but they pay $299. And to get your perspective, the total cost of ownership of a machine like this over a 3-year period, if you use it quite a lot, like a ski resort do, we are on par or even cheaper than one of the bigger like work machines out there.
Yeah, I get it.
So there's a machine called the Commander out there, and that would be actually somewhat more expensive over 3 years than having a Vidde, because we have lower cost of maintenance and lower cost of fuel, and they consume quite a lot of fuel, these guys. So that does really matter. But if you drive just a little, then you will be better off on a petrol machine.
I think maybe it's a bit too early to talk margins for these first vehicles, because you're still getting them out.
Yeah, we're aiming for a 30% margin.
You're aiming for a 30% margin, yeah.
So and I would say most of it is already done. We know where we stand, and it's in the runner-up here. Some small stuff can happen, but we're not far off.
Cool.
So it's like if someone asks more for some component than we predicted or whatever. But it also comes with volume after hand. So we see big things we can do in order to get more margin out.
Right.
There's some development project where we can actually make software take over some physical components today that we can more or less throw out.
Right.
Like there's specific small digital cards that are super expensive just to control charging. It's more or less a physical software.
Okay.
And these types of stuff we can just put in, but it requires a lot of testing.
Get it.
You need to have it tested properly, and then you can take components completely out. And then with volume, mechanics and stuff will also start to go down.
Interesting. And then what about future revenue streams from, is there a potential in plugging these in and feeding the net with something?
Absolutely, from start.
Yeah.
So they are software, they're hardware prepared. Software needs to be tested in order to do it. And we see that it's a proper interest from the bigger guys in the market because they can peak shave. Yeah. That's maybe more interesting than selling power at this point, but that has shifted due to pricing in the market, I would say. Yeah. They have challenges with people injuring themselves every year. And it could be customers, but it can also be like employees coming in for one season. It's their first season on a 300 kilo 150 horsepower machine. It's like, this is probably something you can hurt yourself on. They roll down the hill. Stuff happens. We can, with our software, we can, for the first time ever, go in and we can cap max speeds. We can give them slower acceleration when they are new to the machines.
Like a beginner mode.
Beginner mode, absolutely. We had beginner mode last year.
I need a beginner mode.
Everybody does. Everybody's like overestimating what they can do. And we see that they are properly prepared to get this in order to don't get the bad will from injuries.
Yeah, of course.
And there's also one other cool thing that comes with the EV, and that is you often pull sleds. And when you pull sleds and you're going uphill, you need to get a lot of speed. Yeah. So you go 70, 80 miles an hour in order to go all the way up.
A lot of torque.
A lot of torque, and so high speed in an environment with other people and animals, and it's unregular terrain. With an EV, we get max torque already in 10, 20 kilometers an hour. We have all the torque we need, meaning that you can cap it and say, this is the bear mode where you pull sleds. You don't need to go more than 30 kilometers an hour, and you can pull whatever up wherever.
Yeah, the electric motor is very suitable for that.
Very suitable, really. So, and I would guess that people here wonder, how do you do with a cold? Yeah. That's a common question.
Yeah. What about the cold? And because the batteries deteriorate faster, you say, and things like that.
It's not harder than that we have a battery that stay in the right temperature all the time. Right. So the innovative stuff here is really that we have heaters in the battery. Yeah. We don't have a cooling system, but we have a heating system. So we have a cooling system for the inverter and the motor, but for the battery, we only have a heating system. Yeah. And if you have this indoors, you can just drive out and this will stay heated all day.
Yeah.
It's a lot of mass. So then you will drive, you don't lose any range. It's like, it just works.
Yeah.
And then it's more or less like a normal radiator in your own house that will turn on and off the heaters in order to keep the battery in the perfect operating temperature all the time. Yeah. The one corner case that can come up, it's not a challenge for B2Bs, but for private people. They go to a cabin without electricity.
Right.
They stay there for 3 nights.
Maybe want to have it outdoors.
You have it outdoors, and then that is the EV corner case.
Yeah,
because it's not hard to heat it, but it might take an hour or 2.
Yeah. When do you plan to push the button for the first 1 or the first 15, as you said?
September.
September, okay.
So we started and produce some, so we have for the next winter.
Yeah, exactly.
And those machines will then help us sell bigger loads for the year after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's the thing. So people are eager, and the big guys are coming on.
You are happy with the progress, I can tell, with the customers. You are happy with how it's going, it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's in the details. Yeah. It's not in the big scope. It's in the details. So we need to figure out details, but it's the big scope is moving in that direction. Yeah.
So your today is more occupied with all these details, I can imagine.
Yeah. And all the team is like, I get everything done in the right time and don't forget anything. But that's more, the big picture looks very good.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's endurance. If we can stay in the market, say 3 years or something, this machine will be blowing everything else off. That we need to be in the market, get the customer proper feedback. Now we have gotten like scenario feedbacks when we have been out with the machines for some weeks at the Riksgränsen and been driving but when we get the long-term feedback and we get that implemented, it will become the Porsche of the resource want them. They have the best residual value. It's like it's tailored for the specific use. Yeah. So get some time in the market. It will be
even more data points to feed into optimizing.
Yes, data points, and also on the sourcing side. Yeah. Take more and more up in the cloud instead of having it in the physical hardware. It will become a super machine.
Super machine.
And people are super happy when they drive it.
Yeah.
They can see it instantly that this makes sense.
Yeah.
So therefore I'm very convinced that if they just get to drive it, they will say, seems good.
We have to do we have to do follow-up to this one where we actually go up in the mountain.
We should do it in the mountain,
in the mountain.
Machine.
Follow-up.
Yes.
With Hjalmar.
When you drive.
Yeah. When I drive the beginner mode.
Yeah. Exactly. No, but that's good.
Yeah. Thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Yeah.